Welcome back to Talkin Shop with ShopSabre. I'm Brandon, back here with Jesse and Garrett for episode 49. Good morning, guys.
Morning, boss.
Morning.
How's it going today?
I'm tired.
Not too bad.
Yeah? You're getting ready for vacation.
I am.
2 days?
Something like that.
Something like
Maybe
that, right?
Friday morning.
Both
That's
of
cool.
us, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Jeez, look at you guys.
Yeah, we'll be gone.
You guys are going to, like, Kansas, aren't you?
Yeah, together.
Yeah, it's
Two of us.
Kansas together.
We're actually
Two
going
of
to
you.
go help a couple of farmers plant for the spring.
I don't think that's what they're doing
I'm
in
going to ride the
Kansas right now.
tractor.
Yeah, you are.
I don't think so.
I'm going to ride a cow.
Yeah. Okay.
I might try milking a cow.
That got aggressive.
I did.
Really
I don't know
aggressive.
if you have the skill for that.
I don't think he
I want
does.
to learn.
Oh, man. Yeah, but anyways, last week we talked a little bit about vacuum hold down.
Yeah, we did.
So that was cool.
Yeah.
We learned a little bit about vacuum.
An episode that didn't suck, or maybe it did suck.
Hey, I see what you did there.
You like that?
I do. Are you mixing yogurt right now?
Yes.
He's
Yeah.
just mixing yogurt. Don't worry, guys. Just continue the
If people
conversation.
can see this, he's got like a little granola bar set
Yeah,
up,
like,
full
seriously.
cup of yogurt.
When
got
we
some
roll out
fresh
the new
fruit
camera
topping.
system where we got this on camera too, he's really going to have a tough time.
Yeah, he is.
I'm not. What's wrong with it?
Just sitting over the corner and mixing yogurt.
Can a guy not have yogurt at 5 in the morning?
Mixing yogurt on his little bucket in the corner.
That tastes good.
Jesus. Oh, man. Well, last week, Caden's hockey wrapped up, so that was nice.
Yeah, it's great for us too,
Yeah, hockey's done.
right?
good.
You're free again.
Now
You're
he's a
available.
racer.
For like what? 2 weeks?
Yeah, for half a week. And then we kicked off lacrosse, so that was cool.
Okay.
So we're starting lacrosse. We're done with hockey, but I played goalie against my son.
You did.
I played goalie against him for the. They
Like
have
in the game?
Yeah, they have a parent kids game.
Oh, I thought maybe you just subbed since you're the same size as the kids.
Got him! I'm a little too small, but yeah. So my son was playing goalie, and so I was asked to suit up against him. Yeah, I'm not very good at goalie. I realized.
No?
No.
Kids put a few past you?
Yes. I don't know. Well, no, I was on the kids team.
Oh, gotcha.
I was on the kids
That
team.
makes sense.
Yeah, I had to be their goalie, and then Caden was on the coaches team. And needless to say, the coaches they delivered a message.
You taught them all your tricks.
The coaches were definitely taking slappers on me.
But aren't you a coach? How come the other coaches were on a different team?
Because I played goalie.
Oh.
We just talked about this. I know you were eating yogurt, but
I guess I'm still confused why you wouldn't be on the coach's team as you're a coach.
because that seems a little unfair if the coaches have all coaches. So you have to make
So
it
you were the
even.
only
So it's
coach that played with
split.
the
So
kids?
it's half
Yeah.
coach,
So
half
they're
kid.
like, we'll
No.
take the little coach.
We'll
and
take the
put 'em
mini
with
coach.
the little kids.
Yeah, we'll take the mini coach. You take the mini.
They just didn't
other
want you,
kid.
They just didn't want you to play with them.
Yeah, that's probably it.
We don't want the little.
They wanted to take slappers on me.
Right.
And needless to say, Caden made way more saves than me.
Awesome.
So
Good for
super
him.
cool when you're playing goalie and you get beat by a 7-year-old.
Good for him.
So yeah, it was fun. But I realized really fast that I'm not a goalie.
No.
No, and I have a lot of respect for goalies now.
Yeah, you don't take up a lot of net.
But it doesn't matter. I couldn't figure out how to get my body to go the direction it needed to go. I'm like, okay, the puck's going to be over there. Why can't I move over there? Okay, goal. Good job. Nice shot. So I just chirped the ref the whole game.
Sweet.
The entire game. Every time they
Why-
scored a goal,
why
I
does
yelled
that
at the ref.
surprise me though.
Yeah, every time they scored a goal, I yelled at the ref that they were offsides. He skated up to me after 9 goals and said, "What's your excuse after this one?" I said, "Terrible reffing," is what my excuse is.
Terrible rapping.
So, yeah, that was fun. But, yeah, and that was St. Patrick's Day, right?
Yeah.
Anybody do anything fun for St. Patrick's Day?
It's a Ginger's favorite holiday.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They ridiculed me for that day.
Yeah, we did.
That's right.
That was awesome.
That was cool.
I think Jesse came in at 6 in the morning and wished me a happy birthday.
First thing I did. Happy birthday.
He wished
What
me
do
happy birthday.
What?
And then he asked me why I didn't wear my leprechaun stuff.
Yeah.
And then they proceeded to make leprechaun jokes all day to me.
I think
think
Bree made a pot,
a
of,
pot of
gold
gold,
for
right?
you.
Yeah,
with
she made a
rainbow.
pot of gold for me and left it outside my office.
Yeah.
That was nice.
Typical leprechaun.
You had a poster too.
Oh yeah, that's right. Somebody, Garrett, made a poster and photoshopped my head on a leprechaun. So that was cool.
Yeah, that was a good job. You
was
killed
nice.
that, Garrett.
Yeah, I don't know who did that, but that was pretty good.
I just thought it was funny. Like, we're getting ready for work. Bree's sitting here. Brandon's going to be in all green today, thinking that you're Irish, right? Because you're a leprechaun.
Oh my god, I know. It's just unbelievable. The luck of the Italian, right?
Yeah, luckily Italian. find a pot of pasta.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. But anyways, this week's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about 5 reasons your shop needs a CNC. Sound like a good plan?
Yeah, it does.
Sounds like a good
I
plan.
feel
to
like
me.
we could come up with more than 5.
Let's try it.
Should we give it a shot?
Let's try it.
We'll do
Maybe.
our
We'll
best.
see what you can do. But Jesse, I'm really sad that you're gonna be gone next week.
You know, I'd like to say I am too, but I'm really looking forward to it. I'm actually gonna meet one of our customers down there.
Means I have to
He's-
work harder.
Lives right by where I'm staying, so
Oh, really?
meet Skip Bondur. Yeah, he just got his machine, so we're gonna stop by and say hi, introduce ourselves, and hang out at the beach by his house.
Sweet.
Just happened to be in the area.
Cool.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We're excited.
Skip, lock your doors.
Yeah, lock your door, Skip. Are you
Yeah.
gonna miss me?
Only because I have to work harder. I thought we were being honest.
What are you gonna do without me for the podcast next week,
Garrett?
Garrett?
No, wait. I gotta call you.
Yeah, I'm gonna call
You
it.
know that? Can I call you? Because I don't want to
you absolutely call me.
I'm not doing just.
How can you do a podcast as somebody who sleeps through the whole thing?
eats
or
yogurt the whole day.
or over here cooking?
Yeah, it'll be. Yeah, he's over there with his Bunsen burner and he's
Yeah.
making pastries in the morning.
It's so funny, you guys. They can't see this, but Garrett comes in with the granola bars, and they're all broken up, and he opens them. There's crumbs everywhere. He just freaks out. Like, I wish people could see this.
You know, if anybody knows me, I'm very particular about cleanliness.
Oh,
And
yeah.
Garrett comes in and he's just a wreck. Just granola bar everywhere, yogurt everywhere, just an absolute wreck.
What is Brandon's biggest fear, Garrett, of bringing food in here?
Ants.
It'll attract ants. That's how we get the ants, people.
And how long's he been saying that? And how many ants have we
It's
had?
December. Don't leave that yogurt in your garbage. We'll get ants.
It'll be.
Telling
a
you
Friday.
right now, guys, you didn't live out in Elko
Your
in that barn that we worked in, okay? Ants were everywhere.
your parents threatened you with ants as a small child.
No,
You can tell.
I witnessed it.
You better do the dishes, or there's going to be ants.
It's a Friday, and I have Tupperware that's sealed. And he sends me a picture. Hey, you forgot this. I'm like, oh, that's fine. No, we're gonna have ants. No, we won't. It's sealed, and there's no
They're
food
going to
in
be
there.
in the fridge.
This checks out. The ants are coming.
Center for ants.
They're marching
I'm still waiting
One by
for
one.
him.
2 by 2.
Oh man. But anyways,
Why did we
let's,
choose this topic?
Let's talk about a different thing. Okay, let's talk about some topics here. Yeah, why did we choose this topic, Garrett? That's a good question. I don't even know, to be honest with you. No, I'm just kidding. We still hear today from customers that they're not sure they need a CNC for their business, honestly.
Yeah.
Like,
sorry to laugh. I just
no,
think that's funny.
yeah, it is kind of laughable at this point because, like, that's why I want to talk about 5 reasons your shop needs a CNC is because, like, there's no reasons remaining why you shouldn't have one.
Right.
Like, if you're a fabricating shop, manufacturer, anything, like, CNC is the future.
Right. Absolutely.
It's a big push right now. And with that being said, that's why I think we need to talk about it. I think we got to talk about some of the reasons why you should get a CNC rather than thinking of all the reasons that you shouldn't, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of reasons to not do anything in life.
Correct.
But if you look hard enough, there's also just as many reasons to do things.
Right. You can always find a reason if you're looking for it,
Yeah.
one way or the other, right?
Correct. So I guess let's start there. Why do you guys think someone should consider, a CNC or would need a CNC for their shop? What comes to mind for you guys?
Growth. You want to take your business to the next level. Automation.
Yeah,
Make things faster. Speed up your process.
for sure.
He took all my answers, sir.
You got every one
He
of
just
them.
nailed them all.
Just took them all.
No, I mean, right now is a great time to add a CNC, right? You're more efficient with your time.
Yep.
Right? We need to replace people right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's no better time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think you guys both hit it. The automation side of things. I think for me, it's the taking the step in the next direction, right?
Yeah.
Like you got to be moving forward all the time with your business. And let's be honest. I mean, nobody's going like, "Hey, I'm going to sell all the CNCs and buy a saw."
You're going the wrong way.
Like it's not the direction we're going.
Right.
People are adding CNC for a reason. It's kind of that big push right now we have with like the EV cars out there right now, right?
Right.
Huge push for EV cars. Like 10 years ago, EV cars were kind of laughable for most people. Like, oh, it's not going to ever take off, right? And then Tesla came out with one, and everybody's like, oh, we can't afford one. Now it's like every car manufacturer out there has them.
They're sitting there like, what can we do to get people into electric vehicles?
Yeah.
Just raise gas prices.
Yeah, exactly. Gotcha.
Now everybody
Yeah,
wants them.
but it's the same thing. Like
Right.
with the automation side of things, when you start looking at, adding CNC, that's one of those things. Like the material costs have gone up so significantly, labor costs have gone up so significantly that at this point, like CNC kind of makes sense.
Oh, it's probably cheaper, to
Yeah,
be honest.
like long term, it is cheaper.
Yeah.
Like hands down, it is cheaper.
Yep.
Like there's no Probably
Even
it
right
is.
off the bat, it's probably cheaper. To be
At this
honest.
point, it might be off the bat, yeah. But normally, long term, we know it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's proven. There's facts that prove that you can't hire a person and have them do as much as the CNC can, as quickly as the CNC can, for as cheap as the CNC can.
Well, right there seems like it's a reason to buy.
Yeah.
Needless to say, minimum wage is still going up.
Not going down.
It ain't
that's
going
for sure.
down.
Yeah, it's not going down. We know that. But, like I said, the importance of this topic is to understand some of the commonly missed items and give good reason why you need to add a CNC. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. Because CNC can serve as a major investment, obviously, for your shop, but the advantage they provide more than make up the cost, right? I mean, we
Right.
just talked about that. But, by improving efficiency, reducing the waste, so much more. I mean, honestly, it just makes the stress levels in your shop drop in many, many cases. I can't say all cases, let's be honest, but in many cases, the stress levels will drop when you're adding automation.
Oh, absolutely. You're taking things off people's plates, right? You're freeing
Yeah.
up some time.
Yeah, I mean, literally, if you've been frustrated in your shop recently, like, is it by sluggish processes? Is it because of expensive employees, lack of employees? You
name it.
Frequent errors in your cutting. Yeah,
Right.
I mean, there's so many different things. Hazardous work conditions. Let's be honest. I mean, if you get too busy, sometimes you don't get time to do other things, clean up, do the things you need to, organize. And there's several other downsides in your shop. Then you need to maybe look at, okay, how can I resolve some of these with CNC? CNC might be the solution.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Most likely.
Yep. God, the power didn't come on today. We need a CNC. I mean, it's obvious answer, right?
Right. That's kind of what I was thinking.
But let's discuss, okay? Let's
Yeah,
jump into
absolutely.
it. So I think we've said it a bunch of times, so let's start with it. Automation.
Automation.
Yeah. Automation, CNC machines are computer-controlled automated cutting systems, meaning they're able to perform massive quantities of projects, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they can do a lot of stuff in a little amount of time while they're focusing on other tasks as a person, right? You as a person, you can run off and put something together, work on drawing something on the computer. There's so many other things that you could be estimating, right?
Right.
Working on estimates for your customer.
Yep.
While the machine is cutting parts.
Yeah, you're using the most of your time.
So now you are a salesman and a manufacturer all at one time.
Yeah, you are.
With one piece of equipment.
Yep.
So you have to think about that. The automation aspect of the machine is huge. There's a reason why you should think about it.
It's incredibly important.
Yeah, you have essentially it's an extension of oneself, right?
Right.
Your talents, right?
Yeah.
What are you really good at? What are you not so good at?
Right.
Where can the CNC help?
Right.
For me, I'm not really good at cutting a straight line with a saw.
It's tough.
Pretty terrible
get
at
it.
it. Pretty terrible at it. Not gonna lie to you.
You're not alone.
But I'm okay at sales,
Yes.
so I can focus my time on sales and let the machine cut the straight line, right?
You're killing it.
Win.
Or win.
Win.
You're utilizing the most of your time, right?
Yeah.
You're being the most effective.
Yeah.
Where you're
I'm a
best
people
at.
person.
Yeah.
I take the thing from the engineers to the customer.
The thing.
I'm a people person. What's wrong with you people? No, the Garrett's just lost. He doesn't even know the movie quote. Has no idea. Garrett's like, I have no idea what he's talking about.
I'm a people person.
Oh, I swear to God, if they take my stapler.
I'm gonna burn the building down.
But yeah, it's one of those things where, like, really, you have to think about that. Where are your talents and where can you help yourself? And that's an automation. The nice thing about these CNC machines is they can perform a repeated design with ease, right?
Yeah.
If I need to cut 13 of the same parts,
It's pretty easy.
hit 13, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's that easy. You're not having to, like, okay, I cut one like this, now measure it out again. Like, you're not having to worry about that uniqueness of, hand cut.
Right.
Efficiency, obviously, as we just talked about, it's much more efficient with the machine. What takes me probably a day to do, the machine can do in an hour.
Oh, for sure.
Far
Right.
more efficient. Accuracy, well, like I said, it doesn't have to, cut 3 times.
Right.
So that's cool.
Think 8 times.
Yeah,
cut
think 8
3,
times, cut 3,
call
and
my
still have
dad.
the wrong part. Yeah. Cool.
Hey, Dad, I
And-
can't get a straight line.
Yeah,
What
I
should
can't get a
do?
straight line. What do I do here?
Buy a CNC machine, Brandon.
Yeah, hey, Brandon, I can't help you either. That's why I invented a CNC company. Hey, that's what happened. My dad invented this machine because he can't cut a straight line. Hey, there we go. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of things you can do with that in terms of, the projects that you want to do. I mean, in fact, you can complete significant projects overnight. Like we've got people that run their machines unattended at night
Yeah.
to create essentially a second or a third shift, right?
Right.
And then as you're looking at, as you start looking at this thing, and it's really, with the proper safeties in place, you can have a lot of things that you can do to continue, moving forward with your machine. That's the other nice thing about this is that when you have the right safeties in there, you can run the machine at night. You can do
Right.
things for long periods of time without really having to have a person babysit it, right?
Right, some guys even set up cameras on
Yeah.
the machine, right? So they can
Yep.
check in, watch the machine.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we got, they got webcams, they got, remote control capabilities.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I said, as you start looking at this, then you have, you have to look at the other side of it. CNC machines can often give you really 24/7 production, right?
No doubt.
And
Why couldn't you?
Minimal supervision.
Yep.
The only thing needing to be turned off really is the occasional maintenance, right?
Right.
You have to turn it off to do maintenance on the machine.
Yeah, you shouldn't grease it and stuff while it's moving.
It's
right?
probably gonna
Be
hurt.
tough.
It's gonna be
Yeah.
a little bit.
Raises a concern.
Well, maybe. All I could think of is that guy that's on the jackhammer. He's trying to do the concrete and he's trying to drink a beer.
Yeah.
And the beer's going everywhere. That's all I can think of right now with that. Like, yeah, you should probably turn it off before you do
Yeah,
that.
maybe.
But
You're doing great things.
yeah, you're doing great things. But yeah, anyways, like I said, so only needing to be turned off for the occasional maintenance,
Yeah.
realistically. And if you don't, if you don't take the time to stop the machine to do the maintenance, let's be honest, you're probably not going to be able to run 24/7 because the machine's going to fail.
No, you're not gonna run long.
So it kind of goes hand in hand. It makes sense to turn it off for a few hours so you can do the maintenance you need to do or whatever and clean up, And to be honest with you, most of the time maintenance is a few minutes,
Doesn't take long.
Yeah, if you're greasing the machine, it's what, 5 minutes roughly?
Yeah.
Maybe cleaning up might take you an hour, depending on what you got going on.
Yeah,
but
maybe. Unless
Yeah.
you have the dust stock,
There we go.
makes it pretty clean.
Yeah. But like I said, this automation allows shops to produce constant and high quality work on an accelerated time frame.
It's awesome.
Right?
Right.
Did I hit that?
I think you nailed it.
Okay, cool.
You're killing it today.
There we go. Kill it.
You're talking better than we're listening.
There we go. Perfect. I don't know what that means, but it sounds great. Versatility. Let's talk about that next.
Very versatile machine.
Right? So reason number 2, versatility.
Yeah.
So versatility and flexibility of a CNC can be an invaluable advantage, right?
Right.
I mean, really, when you think about it, the ability to cut, multitudes of materials, commonly from wood, non-ferrous materials, metal, foam, acrylic, plastics. I don't think I missed any.
Well, you could probably keep going, to be honest.
I keep going,
Yeah.
but really, when you start thinking about that, and obviously there's other machines for other materials. You have water jets and plasmas that can do steel, stainless steel, all those things as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you start looking at it, and you got mills and you got lathes, and there's all kinds of machines for the right application. But the reality is a lot of times these machines can do multiple projects from one configuration,
That's absolutely
where you don't always have that in an employee.
right.
You can't hire somebody that maybe is in Garrett. Let me use you as an example, right? Social media.
Right.
Great. Has all kinds of capabilities of social media. Probably not the guy I'm going to want to send downstairs to have him running the saw,
Assemble
right?
cabinets or something, right?
Probably not wanting to have him, running the big mill in the back. It's
No,
probably not his specialty.
You got to use them where your skills are, right?
Yeah, correct. And that's the difference with the CNC. It really comes down to programming. So you have a little bit more versatility there.
I love it.
I could click start.
You can click start, and there you go. Which start button?
Green one.
The green one. What if it's the red one?
Well, then that's poor manufacturing.
Yeah, correct. It should not be red.
That's a good answer, Garrett.
Good answer. I really didn't expect him to get it.
Neither did I.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Not the green one, the red one.
But yeah, so like I said, this makes them an asset across the board because they have the ability to do many different things from one setup. So you're not having to have a bunch of different tools in your shop.
That's really convenient.
It is.
Saves a lot of space.
Yeah, because I mean,
time.
when you think about it, CNC machines can be used to make a variety of different materials. So you got a machine that might be cutting cabinetry,
Yeah.
furniture. Yeah, exactly.
Guitars have been huge.
Yep, instruments.
Yep.
Huge. Moldings.
Yeah.
A guy making cabinetry he also has to make molding for his, homes and businesses or whatever he's working on.
Very true, right? Signs are always huge.
Yeah. Yep.
businesses
Signs,
popping up
templates.
everywhere right now.
A lot of the template stuff where you're dealing with we just sold one to a company that does the painting on the freeways.
Mm-hmm.
And so he does, he makes the little stencils, the templates and stuff that actually do that. So kind of a cool thing.
That is cool.
Yeah.
Sometimes like you see these videos pop up, I'll scroll through TikTok or Facebook and you see some of the things people cut and you're just like, what?
Yeah.
Wow. Didn't
No,
even think of that.
Absolutely. And then you got the R&D efforts. Got
Right.
people that use them for R&D. You got people that use them for automotive parts.
That's huge,
Yeah, it's a huge industry. Power sports right now.
right? Event production.
Yeah. Yep. Audio, video. We have companies that use them in the audio video industry.
Yeah, we do.
Skis and snowboards.
Skis, snowboards. Yeah, exactly. There's so many different things you do. There's so many things.
Aluminum.
Yeah.
Right? Just even aluminum processing has
Yeah.
been huge.
And think about that. A lot of what we just named, you can do all from the same machine.
It's pretty incredible.
Like, You can do all of that from one piece of equipment. Now, you tell me one person that can probably make all of those items from one person.
It'd be hard. Like,
Yeah.
that's a really talented person.
Yeah, that's
really hard to find.
That's
that's a-
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I don't know
What?
about that. I don't know if it's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What?
I think he could.
Obviously, I think that fits more along the lines of Chuck Norris.
I'd be surprised if Garrett has ever seen an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
Yeah,
I personally wouldn't.
Really?
I
You
personally
think so?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Can you name one?
Terminator.
Wow. You've
Nailed
seen
it.
that?
No, I just happen to just know it. I guess. Yeah.
Whatever.
I usually just look at movie titles and then actors, and I don't watch it.
I love it. He's acting like he knows all these movies. Right? Like, I know them all. You sit in the office. Garrett, you ever seen All Dogs Go to Heaven? Nope. Garrett,
All Dogs
you ever
Go-
seen Mrs. Doubtfire? Nope.
Mrs. Doubtfire, great movie.
You were born in like 2002. It's impressive that you know that.
I like Mrs. Doubtfire. I like that movie a lot.
He's so pissed off that you just called him out on Mrs. Doubtfire. He's like, I like that movie. Oh my god.
I was fooled.
I was fooled.
I was fooled.
Foolery, I tell you.
Wait, that's a guy?
Wait
this
a
whole
second.
time?
This whole time? It's been a dude. Oh, man. But yeah, anyway, so it's like Mrs. Doubtfire. It's versatile.
Yeah.
So,
I think that's really important too, right? Versatility right now is huge.
yeah.
Huge. Being able to pivot to something if something slows down right now,
Yeah,
or something just takes off.
exactly. It helps you adapt to your project needs,
Right.
in an instant, and it ensures that you get the best use out of all your products. But you also have the ability to go after the projects that are kind of the hot commodity, right?
Right.
I mean, think about all the customers during the COVID period when everything was shutting down that were able to flip a 180 and start building shields and building some of the barriers and things that we suddenly needed overnight.
It's awesome. It's flexible, right? Imagine how many customers those people picked up just by being able to switch on the fly.
Yeah. Well, there's many videos on our website of customers talking about that and saying that they would have been out of business if it wasn't for them having a CNC.
Yeah.
Because they literally were going to have to lay people off because the skill sets of the people weren't going to be able to do what they needed to do, but the people were capable of coming to work and assembling these things because they could have the machine cut the CAD designs.
That's awesome.
So to me, that's a big testament to, hey, you have a CNC machine, it's going to give you the ability to go in a different direction.
Right. We have the tool. Let's figure it out.
Yeah. So, it's not just a few things here and there. When you think about that, an employee typically has its limitations, as we just talked about. They have skill sets that they know. You can't just tell them to go. It's not like the Matrix. I can't just go download how to fly a helicopter.
That'd be pretty sweet, though.
It'd be sweet if you could, though.
That would be sweet.
Definitely a fan of that.
I think you should get one.
A helicopter?
Yeah.
That seems really aggressive.
I don't think so.
I feel like I
We'll
would
hang
not-
out more.
No, I don't think we would.
Oh.
I
Wow.
feel like it'd still be expensive to fly a helicopter, so we'd
Oh.
both stare at a
I'll
helicopter.
go splitsies with you.
Splitsies?
Yeah,
What
on
are you
the
going to throw
gas.
in? $13?
Yeah. That's what I got. Why are you trying to make me feel poor right now? That's all I have.
You just asked me last night what I do for $17.
Shh. $17.37.
That's right.
Cents to be
$17.30.
exact.
Exactly. We were talking about trying to fill up a vehicle.
Yeah,
and
did you ever get your
Hey, I
tank
got $17.30. Well, that's cool because it costs $180 to fill the vehicle.
Text me in an hour, he said.
Yeah. But yeah, so like we were saying, a furniture maker may not know how to make a sign. Sign makers may not understand how to work power sports components.
Right.
There's limitations. So a CNC only requires a program.
That's
So
true.
there's your versatility.
Yeah.
So now let's go one step further, right? We figured out what we got to do. Now it's the precision, right?
Yeah. How
There's
accurate
reason
can
number
we
3.
be? How precise can we be?
Yeah, precise. You when you think about it, the computer operated nature of a CNC results in incredibly precise performance and consists really of a production environment.
So you're saying it works better than a hand router?
A little bit better than a hand router.
Tad.
Just a
From
smidge.
time to time.
Smidge better.
Okay.
Cool. But like I said, you just got to input your design and the measurements, obviously, as long as you got the right measurements, because the machine's going to do what you tell it to.
Yeah, measure twice.
So, if you tell it wrong, it's going to do it wrong.
yeah.
But, the equipment really goes to work for you in creating the product the way you've designed it. So if it's designed right, you can make that product 100 times, and it's going to be the same part 100 times.
Every time. Very
Yeah.
repeatable.
Very repeatable. And then, and obviously that goes hand in hand with what you're buying.
Right.
Let's be honest, there's some cheap machines out there that probably aren't going to be as repeatable.
That's very true.
And if you don't take care of your machine, it's probably not going to be that repeatable.
That is also true.
But the reality is, if you use the equipment correctly, it should be pretty repeatable.
You should have great results.
Yeah, you should have great results. Precision's there.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing about it is that's how manufacturing is made profitable.
Right.
Is that you repeat the part over and over as quickly as possible.
Very true. Like you just nailed it.
Yeah. Thanks.
Right. I want to make the same part, but I want to do it really slow.
That seems
Says nobody,
very
right?
unprofitable,
Says
yeah.
nobody. We want to do
Exactly.
this efficiently as possible.
Yeah, like I said, handheld machines are prone to errors and cutting quality issues. Realistically, it's only as good as the person handling it.
Right. Well, you have fatigue.
Yeah.
Throughout the day, you're going to get tired.
Yeah, correct.
Eventually, your quality is going to suffer.
The CNC eliminates the issues with precision.
Right.
It really, like you said, you need to think about the performance on every cut in your shop, and CNC provides that reliability and that repeatability. And like you said, you get less waste for one, right?
Right.
With the machine because of it being so precise, you don't accidentally cut the wrong spot. You don't, you're not having to throw away material as much.
That's super important right now.
Yeah, so you have better utilization of your raw material, especially when you don't have as much raw material to throw away.
Right.
And then you're increasing your savings and your profit margin.
That's a win. That's huge.
Yeah, like you said, employees are still human.
They are.
So even if you have the best employee in the world, eventually they get tired.
It's going to have to slow down eventually.
Yep. So what happens when they get tired or if they get sick or defocused on something? Maybe their kid is having a bad day, so they were dealing with something at home. Even your best employees are going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
And I'll be honest, we all make mistakes. I make mistakes all the time.
Yeah, we do it every day.
I just hide them.
Very well.
Sweep them under the rug.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You have to. You get just completely razzed all day long if you don't.
Yeah, God. I'll never
Gosh,
hear the
I
end
hope
of it.
Brandon doesn't find out about this. He's going to make fun of me. Says no
Says
one here.
nobody. But no, yeah, like you said though, that's the reality of it. Is like an employee is going to make mistakes.
Yeah.
CNC machine. Not saying the CNC doesn't make a mistake. I mean, the employee is still putting the file on it, so it can happen. But the reality is, the risk of mistake is a lot less, right?
It's drastically reduced,
Yeah.
for sure.
And therefore, it makes it easier to use.
I would agree with that.
Reason number 4.
Reason number 4.
Ease of use. So, the tasks become automated and improved using a CNC. Therefore, your workforce will be able to see a reduction in staffing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right now, since you can't hire anybody, that's probably a good thing.
It's a great thing.
You can't find anybody, Indeed used to be, you put an ad out there, and they were like, this much money will get you 10 leads a day. Now they're like, this much money might get you one.
You could have someone reply.
Yeah, maybe.
Today.
Hopefully we'll get you one.
Better luck tomorrow.
Better luck next week.
Ooh, got you a candidate. Ooh,
Yeah.
got you a candidate.
Looking for cabinet production guy. Found you a baker.
Can
Cool.
you turn a school bus driver into something?
Don't know what just happened there. I think the closet is falling apart here.
Is this place haunted?
I think it's haunted. There's a bunch of noise in the closet here.
Brandon, I'm afraid of ghosts.
Oh, I don't know if anybody heard that on the mic, but something definitely fell in the background. Hey, Garrett, can you go inspect that for us?
All right, now I'm tired.
I'm a little nervous right now.
I can't get up.
There seems to be this thing lurking in the back.
Yeah, it's probably hideous too.
It's probably really ugly, and it has an ugly hat on.
It smells bad.
Probably.
No.
Oh, I don't know, man.
I'm scared.
I'm scared. But yeah, so like I said, with ease of use, it's less skilled workers are needed, right?
Right.
And then traditional machinery can probably be phased out a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. You're going to find some equipment that you can probably move on from.
Which, again, because of how easy these machines are to run, you don't have to have as much talent to run the equipment, let's say, right?
Oh,
a lot of people think
so true.
They think CNC and they're like, oh, you got to have an operator, right?
Yeah.
Like most of the time you can teach any of your employees how to run that, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
For the most part.
yeah, for the most part.
There's a few you might struggle with.
A few of them you might struggle with. And then, as you cut, the parts, the program itself is really doing the thinking for you. You're not having to have somebody sit there and make sure the next step is happening, right? It just it does it the way it needs to happen.
Better make sure the router takes a left here.
Yeah, exactly.
If not,
Yeah,
I better
exactly.
be ready to hit
Yeah,
E-stop.
Yeah. But it's not manual movements. Obviously with a CNC, one person can supervise several machines at one time.
Right.
So you end up having versatility in the side of you can have 10 employees, quote unquote, right?
Yep.
At the cost of one.
And one supervisor.
Yeah, really. So you're putting the ball in your star player's hands more often, right?
It's crucial for your business.
Yeah. Remember an episode a few weeks ago when we talked about
Yeah.
that?
It's game time.
Yeah.
Who do you want to have the ball?
Correct. You want to put the ball in your star player's hands.
Yep.
You really want to. And so giving your most critical employees the tools they need to be successful is going to really allow them to complete more in less time.
100% agree with you.
And they're not going to get frustrated and worn out.
That's important.
Which is
It's
nice.
super important.
Also, the nice thing about it is because of how easy this stuff is to use, like training can also be performed virtually.
I love that.
Yeah,
It's one of my favorite things.
You don't
about
have to like
this.
travel all over the world anymore to do like physical in-house training. Anymore.
We just hop
Like,
on the
yeah,
computer.
like, there's a few ways that you can optimize this, you know,
Right.
and you can get a lot of the information in the hands of your employees quickly.
I think that's important.
Yeah, I think so too. You get the most out of your team that way.
Right.
You're not flying them all over the place and losing days of production.
Right. You give them the tools they need and watch what happens.
Yeah, and even if you do have to do training, like what, 1 day as a training can teach you everything you need.
Big deal. You're in
Yeah.
and out.
Yeah, you're not sitting there spending a week.
Right.
I remember that when you used to have to go to a training for a week.
Oh, so
By
boring.
the third day, you don't remember what you learned the first day
So boring.
because it's so much to learn.
Right.
There's still companies out there that come out on your site and then have to stand there for 47 hours.
Watch you.
I don't understand it. I don't know why somebody's got to stand there for. I'll just stand there for 8 hours.
I don't like that at all.
Yeah, 47 hours of training.
Right.
Like, what did I learn in hour 3 at that point?
Right.
Why is it so hard?
Well, the first 20 hours are assembling the machine, right?
And fixing it.
Yeah.
My first question is, real quick question. Yeah. Why is this so hard? Can you answer that for me? And then another reason. Reason
Safety.
number 5.
Safety.
Safety.
I think it's one of the most important reasons.
It is. That's why I left it as the last one
Yeah.
to talk about.
Look at
Because-
you planning.
Look at that.
I like
planning.
it. That's why you're the boss, man.
I don't know about
You
that.
think of these things.
Got lucky. Got lucky one time. But yeah, the safety advantages of a CNC takes, the human risk and significantly reduces them, right?
Right.
The nice thing about that is a key piece of your shop's, heavy machinery is now automated,
It's awesome. I
right?
love it.
It's operated by a computer.
Yes.
You don't got a guy sitting there with a saw and his hands in it. That's kind of cool.
Like they're sitting and watch this guy put his hand in the machine.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but think about that. It's not people as much as it is automation at that point. So
Right. You're
If-
reducing risk.
yeah, the reality is if issues or errors occur, there's less risk that anyone's going to get hurt.
Right.
I'm never going to say it removes risk, right? I mean,
You lessen your risk.
it's a CNC machine. They're still dangerous.
yeah.
But if you use proper safety protocol, you should be able to have a lot less work-related injuries.
I'll never forget, man. I got on the phone with one of our customers. He's a current customer now. He wasn't at the time.
Yeah.
And we talked a few times. And I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I just stuck my hand in my CNC machine." Really?
It's a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm bleeding everywhere.
Why are you
Why-
calling me?
Do I still want to sell you this?
I'm
machine?
not
Yeah.
911. You should call 911 first.
Yeah. No, my wife's fixing me up. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Don't put your hand in my spindle.
Yeah. Nope. Exactly. That's a bad idea. You should
Right.
definitely not put your hand in his spindle.
Whoa. Whoa.
He said it, not me.
Am I blushing?
But yeah, no. But like I said, if an issue or an error occurs, there's less risk that anybody's gonna get hurt around you, right?
Which is, like I said, that's huge.
Yeah. Less risk of hand cutter injuries, right?
You can't afford an employee to be hurt right now.
Yeah, no. You have 4 of them and you need 7, so you can't afford to have 3.
Oh, my all-star just put his hand in the table saw.
Yeah. That'd be bad.
You're on injured reserve for 8 months.
Don't
Yeah.
slide into third base.
Garrett.
That results in injury sometimes.
It does.
Yeah.
Does hurt yourself, and then you end up being out of the office for a period of 2 months.
It'd be interesting to see what you break on vacation.
Yeah, can you just be
Hopefully
careful?
nothing.
We've had enough issues with you.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
You're always broken.
Yeah, you got RoboCop leg. You had to walk
No.
around that giant boot. Every time you came upstairs, you could hear him coming up the stairs. Ka-dunk, ka-dunk. It's like T-Rex coming up,
What's wrong with that?
like
Like
watching
the
Jurassic
Terminator.
Park.
You know when I coming in?
I didn't know when you were coming up the stairs. You couldn't sneak up on many people. Definitely couldn't sneak up on many people. But I'll tell you what, I bet you could crush a walnut with that thing.
I've heard that's pretty hard still.
But yeah, like I said, so less risk of people getting hurt. Follow safety protocol. But like anything, like I said, CNC machines are dangerous if used incorrectly. So don't use them
Be
incorrectly.
careful.
Yeah. Don't let your cameraman run CNC machines.
No.
I'd say you do.
No, looking at you.
What about riding the gantry? Can I do that?
Bad idea.
No, I can't do that.
Bad idea. Unless you have a chair.
Unless you have a chair.
Maybe that's okay.
Seatbelt.
But yeah, so when you look at these 5 things, I strongly recommend walking around your shop, thinking about where we were just talking about, in terms of different categories, the easy use to safety, some of those things, start thinking about where these items can fall under in your shop and what in your shop can be improved.
Right. Where can we get one more
So,
efficient?
We just found you 5 reasons why you can think about adding a CNC to your shop.
And that's only 5.
That's only 5.
We probably could have kept going.
We did that in what? 40 minutes?
Something like
34.
34 minutes? Is that what we did it in? That was pretty fast.
That's right.
So, like I said, listen to your employees as well. Talk to them. See what they're needing. See where their hang-ups are. Sometimes the employee can help. And obviously some of them are just going to tell you things you don't need. So, make sure you do.
Massaging office chairs.
Yeah.
Sometimes they ask for more money.
Sometimes they ask for things like massaging office chairs.
That would be sweet.
That would be nice.
That would be nice. That'd be so much more productive.
And that putting green.
That's right.
Putting
Putting
green.
greens.
Yeah,
I've heard that
we were
about
supposed
30
to
times.
get that, and that never happened.
We have a pizzazz.
We got a
Yeah.
pizzazz, but we have no
Pretty
putting
cool.
green.
Right.
I'll trade it in.
Trade it in.
You're not trading in the pizzazz for a putting green. I'll fight you over that.
True. Obviously, look in the areas that are less obvious too. It's obviously, easy to look at the areas that are glaring, like safety. You look at things around your shop that are obvious to you, but
Right.
look at the less obvious areas too, because many times we mask the real issues in our shop with false issues.
That's very true.
Right? People are leaving, or we're having a hard time hiring because
So and so.
so and so.
Right.
The reality is you have to look at what's really going on. Why are people really leaving? Well, is it because the job is harder than it needs to be?
That could
Do you
be
not
it.
have the right equipment?
Right. Maybe people are burning out.
Yeah. The easy answer is people don't want to work because, they don't need to, right? How many times do we hear that, right?
Yeah.
Nobody wants to work anymore,
Yep.
right? Well, maybe they just don't want to work at your job.
That might
Maybe
be
that's
it.
it. Unsafe. Maybe it's unsafe. Maybe it's dirty. Maybe,
Maybe you don't give your employees the tools they need.
yeah. Is it harder than it needs to be?
Right.
Nobody's going to come to work to do a job harder than it needs to be.
We've said it many times,
Yeah.
right? Frank down the street has a CNC machine. You don't.
Yep.
I'm looking for a job.
Yep.
Me and Frank are going to be best friends.
Yeah, because it's going to be more stressing on your body if you work at a manual shop. It's got to carry all the stuff around all the
Well,
time.
especially with how busy people are. Like, you want me to come into a shop right now that's just balls to the wall, and you want me to cut this all by hand?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going
You
to
know?
Frank's.
The hours have grown. A lot of these companies, your hours are extending, but you're wasting valuable time on things that a CNC can reduce.
Oh, absolutely.
People aren't going to want to do things if they're wasting time,
Right.
right? There was a thing that I remember from history that, when kind of a better way of explaining this is, like during World War II, fighter planes would come back from battle with bullet holes in them. And the Allies found the areas that were most commonly hit by the, enemy's plane were obviously where all these
Right. The
bullet
damage
holes were.
shown was.
Yeah. And they thought, hey, we should strengthen those areas, of those most commonly damaged parts,
Good thinking.
right?
Yeah.
Reduce the number. This will help reduce the number of planes that are shot down.
Right.
Well, there was a mathematician, Abraham Wald. He pointed
Good
out
guy. Good
that
guy.
great dude. But he pointed out that perhaps another way to look at things, and this is what I'm talking about, looking at the areas that are not as obvious. He looked at it as, perhaps another way to look at it is that perhaps the reason that these certain areas of planes weren't covering bullet holes was because the planes that were shot in those areas didn't make back.
Right.
So they didn't return. This insight led to armoring and reinforcing the parts of the plane that there were no bullet holes in. Because think about it. They can make it back with the bullet holes in those other areas.
Right.
Anytime that, none of the planes had bullet holes in those one areas. So anything that may have had bullet holes in those areas didn't make it back to the shop.
Maybe in the bottom of the ocean.
Correct. So it's like the story behind the data is that arguably more important than the data itself, or more precisely the reason behind why we are missing certain pieces of data, may be more meaningful than the data we actually have.
I like that.
And so you don't only listen to what is being said, but listen more to what's not being said.
Think outside the box.
Think about what your employees are saying, what they're not saying, what's actually happening in your shop, what your customers are not saying, and start looking at those areas of your shop to reinforce.
Right.
That's what you have to start looking at is where can you increase production without looking at the obvious glaring areas.
I think that's important.
Yeah.
Slow down for a second.
Yep.
Right? Take a look at this. What's going on here?
Correct.
Look at the big picture.
Yeah. Take the time, this week to look around your shop. Think about, where you can improve, what you can do to, help your shop.
I know everybody's busy, right? Everybody's at max, but take that time. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Where can we make a change this year to increase and improve our business?
Right. Find the right solution for the job.
Right.
Like you're saying, look around and figure it out. Help your employees, help your coworkers, help your employer.
Right.
Right?
It's a team.
yeah.
That's the thing is we're all on the same team. How do we take care of the business together?
Exactly. You got to
What's
be
best for
successful
everybody.
together. You win and lose as a team is what they say, right?
Right.
So if you're not helping each other, you're probably just working against each other.
Right.
Not gonna get
my
far.
wife so famously says all the time, teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Brandon Barker,
Yeah,
2021.
quoted 2021.
Yeah, but no, like I said, so Garrett.
ShopSabre.com.
Nailed it. Good job. Great job.
Dude, I want to figure out what that noise was.
Yeah, we got to figure out that lurking
I'm
monster in the
sending
background.
you out of this closet first.
I'll get out of this closet first. Trust me.
Because there's something big and ugly out there.
There's something big, ugly,
Smelly,
smelly. It's wearing a hat, I'm sure.
very affectionate.
Very
Always
soft
wants hugs.
complexion. I'm not gonna figure out what it is.
Very soft complexion.
I'm not gonna figure out what it is though. That's
I'm
what
staying
I'm,
in here.
I'm running out of here.
You're on your own.
I'm leaving.
Garrett, will you protect me?
Hey.
I'll use you as a shield.
You're in Florida next week,
I am.
but you're still gonna take a phone call
I am. I'm going to call you guys Tuesday morning from the beach.
Tuesday morning. I thought we
Yeah.
do these on Wednesday.
Is it
mornings.
Wednesday? We do it Wednesdays, don't we?
So we'll do these in the morning.
Yeah.
And
He's gonna forget. He's gonna
He's
set
gonna,
his
yeah,
alarm
he's gonna
early.
forget. I was just gonna say we're gonna
Tuesday.
call him and he's gonna be sleeping.
I'm not going to forget.
But the cool thing is he's an hour ahead of us.
I am. By
It'll be 6 a.m.
By 100 feet.
Yeah, that's right. We figured that out. If you
By
walk too far
100
down the beach, you might end up in the
100
wrong time zone.
Yeah.
If you fall asleep on the beach.
Yeah, don't
Hope
fall
you're
asleep on the
your
beach.
side of
You'll
the
be
line.
really messed up. The alarms will be all messed up.
Yeah. We'll call in the morning.
All right, cool. So we'll have you on the show next week.
Yeah.
Cool. We're gonna have CNC information from Jesse from the beach.
From the beach.
Try to be sober for it.
Nee.
Do your best. Do your
We're gonna
best.
start the morning out with a daiquiri.
There we go.
Anyways,
Garrett, are you back next week?
I'll be back. Probably.
You come back Sunday?
Probably.
Probably-ish.
Unless my flight gets missed somehow.
Unless I forget to get
Just
on the
decide
plane.
to stay.
Forget to get on the plane.
Maybe I'll make a trip over to Florida. I won't be that far.
It's not terrible. I think you're like 10 hours from where I'll be.
Yeah, it's way
Maybe
too
I'll,
far.
maybe I'll fly over there, actually.
Actually, I don't even think it's 10 hours. I think
No, it
it's
can't
10
be.
hours to Tampa or 12 hours to Tampa. Something. I don't know. I don't live down
Yeah,
there.
maybe I'll stop
There's
over
people
there.
in there listening right now are screaming at me.
Yeah, they're
You
like,
idiot. It's
he's an
14
idiot.
hours
He's an idiot.
from Nashville to Florida. I don't know.
Oh, that's funny. Yep. But I'm Brandon.
I'm Jesse.
Thanks for talking shop with ShopSabre.